Erza in a Maid outfit. Tell me nobody ain't like, yo, let me see that right now. So this is quickly going to be giving a quick thought/review on the past 2 episodes of Fairy Tail last week and this week. Last week's episode, I was not going to talk about that episode in a full video, mainly because it was Frost lost, and come on, like, I'm not going to sit here and break down the lost value of Frost being lost. So yeah, that episode, no, it had some funny jokes to it and shit like that, some tit grabbing, and that was funny, but overall it was just not even worth talking about. So yeah, that's my brief thoughts on that. This episode, the reason why I'm talking about it mainly is because it was actually giving a backstory on how Biska joined the guild. She's one of the less relevant characters, but ultimately to get an episode on her, I guess it was alright. It was kind of funny and enjoyable, but for the most part this was, you know, one of those standalone filler episodes that I guess gave a backstory, and it technically isn't filler because these were from those little one-shots that Hero did in other magazines, and they're like, I guess, collecting them and putting them into episodes, but I don't think they're going to do the rest of them because I think next week the full-on filler arc begins, and that's more exciting to talk about, so I definitely will try not to miss any of those. But these 2 episodes as a collective, last week's episode was like, you know, again, I don't know, maybe like 2, 3 out of 10 or something. This week's episode, maybe I give it like a 4 or 5 out of 10. It was enjoyable. We got a little bit of a backstory on a character, not a really relevant character, but at the very least we got something. I noticed they did a couple changes between this and the actual one-shot. I don't know if it was for censorship purposes or what. I'm imagining so, because I think in the actual one-shot, Biska took Erza's panties, and Erza never changed into her fighting combat. She was in the Maid outfit for the entire special thingy or whatever. So in this one, they kind of changed things around, and it's kind of sad, to be honest with you, that the art and animation for this filler episode on, like, you know, some random character or whatever that's not really that important joining the guild had better art and animation than quite a few series that I know. Like, for example, World Trigger's first premiere. I'm thinking to myself, why does this filler episode of Fairy Tail that isn't really all that important? Yeah, it had some enjoyability to it, but let's be real here. It's not like something to the main story major or anything like that. Why does this have such good art and animation compared to, like, World Trigger's premiere? Something like that will always boggle me, like, yeah. But in a nutshell, if you want to skip this one, you're free to go ahead. If you don't really give a shit about Biska, I doubt it's going to be that relevant. If you want to laugh, if you want to see Erza in a Maid outfit, who doesn't want to see that? Let's be real here. Or in a bunny outfit, who definitely don't want to see that? Let's be real here. We all want to see that. You can skip it, though, ultimately. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, yeah, it's cool to find out about Biska, but that's not going to matter anything in the long run because she's not a relevant character. And last week's episode, we don't talk about last week's episode because it does not exist as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about Frost. But let me know what you thought of these 2 episodes. Did you get a laugh at least? I think, if anything, these 2 episodes, you can more so look at them as comedy-driven because that's mainly what they were. This one was a little bit more overall enjoyable and added something to the story again regarding Biska, so that's why I wanted to talk about it. And did you pop one off seeing Erza in those outfits? Just thought I'd ask, why not, right? But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you can do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.